Here's Gorilla Monsoon. You're a high school kid. It must have been something to be around Gorilla Monsoon because he was such an imposing figure and he's dearly loved by everybody. I mean,
Yes,
what a great man he was. But it had to be just a thrill for a high school kid that was an athlete to be around somebody like Gino.
It absolutely was. And Gorilla Monsoon, he always taught me, gave me a lot of words of wisdom. I remember I was in a ring with the Brooklyn Brawler and Barry Horowitz. And
wow, you had to work hard.
And Gorilla said, "Hey, I thought she pulls me aside. He goes, I thought you wanted to be a referee." He goes, "I told you the referee in this business, like I tell Joey, is the longevity in this business." He goes, "Guys can go out there and have a good 5-year, 10-year run. There's not many guys that are going to have a 20, 25-year run as a wrestler. The longevity in this business, like Dick Kroll, Joey, and this guy," and he kept mentioning, "is going to be refereeing." He goes, "I don't want to see you in there acting like you're one of the boys because you're not one of the boys." He goes, "If you want to learn how to bump as a referee, that's fine." I said, "Yes, sir. Yes, sir." And then he always told me, never stooge on anybody. Because if you have to stooge on anybody to further your position, you're not doing your damn job right. And he goes, then you need to get another job. And I've always, that was my one thing I always remember from Gorilla. Don't ever stooge on anybody. For what reason? Just go in there, do your job right. You don't have to worry about burying anybody or stooging on anybody to enhance your job. And he's gave me so many other wisdom, like words of wisdoms, and he's just been a great guy. And there was times like when Joey passed in a car wreck, coming home from a 17-day tour from Salisbury, Maryland. And actually the car wreck, me and Tony Chimmel had passed it. We didn't even know it was Joey in the car and Bruno. And we get the call at 6 o'clock in the morning from Gorilla. I get the call my house, and he told me it was just devastating to me, crushed me totally, that we just passed by our friend in the car accident at like 4 in the morning. We didn't even know it was him. Wow. And, it just crushed him and everything. And then, for a while, I used to come home off the road. Me and Gorilla, I used to take Gorilla because he had a couple things with him, diabetic, and he was fighting diabetes. So, I used to take him to the bakery and do his chores. And we used to go on the weekends, and he used to buy my mom a bunch of stuff at the bakery. And he used to run to all the places with him, and he always carried about $10,000 in his pocket, cash. Always. It wouldn't be less than 10 grand, and I drive him around to do all the chores and then go back to his house, drop him off to get my car, spend a little time with him, and help him out, and always say hi to Mrs. Marella. And that family was a big impact to me in this business. And I'm glad the right person like Gorilla Monsoon taught me well, and Joey.